Nice, dude. Yeah, it's very strong with machine guns in the current state. PGs can give you a ton of tempo, but you can get terrorized by light vehicles if you're not careful. So that's really like the big weakness of it. Yeah, yeah. Contempt for the Weak makes PGs like really good as assault troops. An underrated aspect of that also, a lot of people kind of forget to talk about, is the capture bonus that they get, because PGs already have a very high capture speed. They with Contempt for the Weak, they just like they capture on turbo, so you just vacuum up the map after pushing your opponents off. Yeah, I've been trying to mix in a Grenadier to the build just in case for a snare. Um, yeah, it is possible, but it does take a little bit of your tempo away in terms of getting to PGs.
Hoorah! We got somewhere to be. Way out the ears. We're moving up, fellas. Going right here. No. Once we capture that point, be ready for any counterattack. You capture and hold that area. Hold up. Change of plans. What's our target? We've got crowds are gonna know we secured the area, so be ready. Clearing a path. We'll find a way. Listen up. We've got orders. Scouts, loaded.
We have riflemen taking the field.
No route. Heading to new coordinates. Wait there. Scouts, loaded and ready. Cover your fields of fire. Hold for orders. Moving to new destination. Reference that grid point. We need to secure and hold it. Let's go. Put some beef. Hold it up.
Probably should have put my barracks here.
Scout.
Riflemen ready.
That's us, boys. Get your gear ready. Spread out. Cover your sector. No. They want that area secured. Make it quick.
Orders are orders. Let's get to it, boys. All right, let's get that point. You men, get ready. Let's roll, men. Hold it up, men. Keep that formation. Capture and secure that area, boys. Ready for the... All right, boys. Advance. Hey, hold it up on point. Fresh mags in. We got capture orders. You men, get ready.
Fellas, advance team. Securing point. Let's get capture orders, fellas.
Boys, let's secure that ground. All right, let's get that point buttoned up.
Orders coming down the pipe. We're gonna drive into the line and secure that.
Rifleman squad deployed.
We're locked and loaded. All right, let's move like the ground's ours. Good word, sir. Got orders, boys. Deployment, sir. let's advance. We're locked and loaded.
Let's move out. Scouts, loaded and ready. Come on, get the lead out.
Boys, round up the men. Let's get to it. Think you can hear? All right, boys, hold it. Here is the word, sir. Get on your feet. We're up, boys. Double time, soldiers. All right, men, stand by. Incoming.
We'll stop there for a second.
Get on with it. Watch your flanks. Jesus H. Christ. Enemy point nearly neutralized. It's on, boys.
Riflemen are ready. Crates of grenades are on their way to us.
All in, get on that point.
Chuck, set battle sights. Order to engage any crack in the city. Sir, squad!
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Scouts, head to the
Give them an answer, boys. Come on, move your asses. Let's go, boys. Move your ass. Go.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Come on. You ain't got all day. To it, boys.
enemy line!
Let's go, boys. You men, I'm ready to go.
Double time, fellas!
Come on, move your asses. Leave him. And moving. Get down, get down. Rifle's losing integrity. Get fire.
The enemy is running. Full scale retreat.
Huh. Yo, what's up, Seochan? That guy's top 25? I don't know. Was he? Oh yeah, he is. The dude doesn't have a lot of games, so it's possible that like he got his rank a while ago, and yeah. But also, man, you have to remember, dude, like the difference between a level 25 player and like a top 10 player is pretty significant. Like in COH3, I was like a, I don't know, top like 50 player. Like I was pretty good. Like there were players on the top 10 that I literally never beat once. I never even came close to beating them. And I feel like this game is even more like that. So yeah. Even the difference between like somebody between the top 10 and 20 and then somebody in the top 5 is like pretty significant. I actually don't, like, I used to be a top 5 player, but I don't think I am anymore. I think I'm washed. I mean, I don't know. Like, if I really, like, sweat my ass off and just played, like, the strongest strategy every single game, then I might be a top 5 player. But I don't do that. Number one, because it's not that interesting to me. No, actually, that's the main thing. That's really it. I went for rank 1 on every faction once, and I got it. And then, like, at that time, I kind of wanted to just play more diverse strategies. And so that's kind of been my mentality since. So yeah, I'm still a huge nerd about the game, and I think I still like I have a pretty good grasp on like the essentials. But I don't spam the strongest strategy like I could, just because it's not as much fun for me to play. And honestly, it's probably not as much fun for you guys to watch. Like if I was doing the same thing every game. So Do I think the ladder in COH2 is more competitive than COH3? And will the ladder on COH3 get more competitive with more patches? Yeah, I think so. I think the ladder will get more competitive with more patches. And like when the balance gets to a good place, I think there's a good chance of that. It also comes down to like whether or not there's going to be a strong tournament scene. I'm not gonna lie, like the impact of AE leaving the scene and taking like the Master League kind of with him, nobody's really been able to kind of take his place in terms of generating interest and like facilitating and organizing tournaments. And he was integral to like the integrity of the COH2 competitive scene. So not having somebody like him in the community that can do the things that he did, I think is having some impact on the competitive integrity. But I have to give a shout out to like Olvati, dude. Him and those meta plays guys are doing these monthly tournaments now, which could really revive things. You're satisfied here? Who is this? This looks like rank 66. This looks like Nagano. What are we up against here, Vermok? Okay, so we're probably gonna go Jeep double scout. Because I think he's gonna go heavy on machine guns, probably.
That's us. We're gonna drive into the line and secure that ground. Time to call in some target. Spread out. Cover your sector.
Scouts for smoke and flares.
Scouts have deployed into the field.
I don't know if he's gone heavy on MGs, but there's only one way to find out. That's just to prepare for it.
Ordnance on truck, fueled up and ready.
David, we'll capture. We're all ears, sir. Location secured. All quiet.
Watch the gas.
No routes. We're not going alone, right?
This one.
Hey, disperse. Stay low. Scouting ahead. Flares. Get them ready. Cover your fields of fire. Hold for orders. Hold. Hold. Order. Go. 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 Return in reverse. Move your asses. Out here. What's the mission? Recon on the move. Yeehaw.
Didn't go for the +5.
Rifleman ready.
Front infantry. Capture and hold that area. Orders coming in. Back. Back us up. That's us moving out, fellas. Let's get some capture orders, fellas. Come back. Small arm. Yes, sir. Secure the
Yeah.
area.
This is some fucking big nog gameplay.
Ready for deployment. Keep that formation tight.
Hey, tiptoes. Recon on the move. The hell you waiting for? Move out. Gun full speed, boys. You need contact. German infantry. Now we're simple on me, boys.
Yep, there it is.
Throw in reverse. Let's get to it. Ready to get load up.
Rifleman squad deployed.
Recon. Ready for duty. Out here. Recon. Contact. Contact. Move out now. Move out. Follow me. Recon. Reverse. Move. Engage at the front. Let the frick down. All back. Get the hell out of here.
We're up, boys.
Dude,
Capture that point.
capture this dude. In my ass.
We're on. Driver, steady forward. Engage on sight.
Ready for gun orders. Finish. Let's advance. You men, get ready. Let's secure that ground.
Orders coming. Crowds are gonna know we secured the area, so be ready. Capture and secure. Crew, be ready.
the field.
Back us up! Enemy infantry! Forward on! Ready for reverse! Move! We got the tools.
Getting the greasers to work. Mechanized upgrade on the way.
Stop!
Spread out on that area and hold it. Move, move, move! That's a go, Bull! Get down, get down! Take that damn ground!
Look sharp, let's get this over with.
Jesus H. Christ!
Kill him quick!
Move it! Taking losses!
What's up?
Hold on, squad! Right, man. Everything's in fire support!
Don't stop fighting me! Hey, guys!
542!
We've lost the territory sector.
Relay orders!
Listen up. The hunt is on, boy. Once we capture
That's
that
our
point,
number. Let's advance.
back.
You've liberated the objective.
Get on it.
Greasers,
Come on.
stand
You
to.
ain't got all day.
Medical station requested.
Get ready to kick some
Heavy
ass,
MG,
boys.
spread out!
4x4 is ready to roll.
Look at him! Look at how he appeared in my face.
Riflemen are being upgraded with grenade packages.
Brass wants us to take that crowd 4x4.
An officer's joining.
Those guns ready. As does it. Get ready.
Orders have been carried out.
No!
Enemy movement near a victory point.
Let's tackle the jerk. Hold on.
Grenades, TNT, sucks. We've got him. Area designated for a forward repair station. Enemy activity near our munitions point.
Nothing more to do here. Follow me.
Crowd's under arrest.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Enemy infantry! Forward on!
Come on, bro.
Come on!
A victory point is under attack. We must act.
Let's go. Move! Show on the road. Let's go. Hold it! Break!
The enemy have taken territory from us.
Ready to go. Find cover! Find
Say
cover,
to keep
A
goddammit!
victory point is under enemy control now.
Ready to roll. In and out before they know it.
Enemy infantry! Fire at will! Back! Back us off! Scout! Come on, boys. Capture
Recon!
this guy.
Get moving! Give me cover! Let him have it!
Fucking shit, go!
Bro, what is this path that you're taking? Like, actually. What the fuck path are you taking?
Territory is being contested.
On your feet! Let's go!
Hold wherever needed.
Motor pool
Yeah,
on
let's
this
go.
position.
No
We're
lagging
on it.
behind.
Engineers, minesweepers.
Commander, we've lost a sector.
Fresh mags in. We got capture orders. 42! So much for peace and quiet. That's it. Handle it indoors. Double time, soldiers. We're on the move. Let's get this show on the road. Target secure. Son of a bitch must pay.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Let's go, boys. Hold it, squad. They got that flag. Quickly now. Enemy
The repair station may be deployed at the front line.
Come on, move your ass!
Eyes up.
Contact, heavy MG!
The victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Jump to it, boy! Capture that area! Under fire! Relay orders! MG's gonna tear us up! Get on, boys! Get on with it! Kill it! MP-42 is toast! Pour it on him! Stand by!
Gotta reach the objective!
Make way.
Capture it all! You ready to kick some ass, boys?
Say the word, sir.
Enemy movement near a victory captured a victory point.
We got the tools. Prep the M1. Start digging.
MG,
Enemy forces are converging on a fuel point.
combat patrol, boys.
Resources cut off. We have territory isolated.
Look, hey, you got a job for us? Commander, we've secured the point.
Territory lost.
I want you to
We're moving. You men, get rid of the men.
Scouts, loaded.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Let's get it done, boys.
Damn, slipping like a
M8 Greyhound is deploying.
take it from them.
You men, get rid. All right, let's move like.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
I'm hit! Goddamn kill! Load up your field of fire. Scouts here!
They have taken our victory point.
Moving! All back! Get the hell out of here! Gotta get to that point. Let's go.
Reese, you heard the boss. Come on.
Let's move! Get it going! Gauge on sight. Contact! MG-42! Ready for duty! Taking drop fire! Sir! Yes, sir! Scouts to it!
All right, start filling those bags.
What's the mission? Send up a flare!
Fall back. Aim right
Go,
on
sir! Let's get moving!
Routing automatic rifles requested.
Shit show! Run!
Ready to work. Let's move out. Let's get jobs done. Man down. All in grenades. Move. Come on, these guys. Move. Watch your flank. Prep not pegged.
Sending our frontline forces some much-needed firepower.
All in, squad. Get out of here. Come on, ready to get some flank security. Jump to it. Move. Damn it, rifles, shift those asses. MT, spread out.
Double time, fellas!
That's a take down that flag. Quickly now. Get those guns. Move out.
Hey, tiptoe! Head out!
We've been told wherever needed.
Scouts here! Open fire!
The fuel point is being lost.
Making them move.
A victory point is under attack. We must act.
All right, man. Stand by. Cover him.
Let's go!
Victory point now under enemy control.
Damn!
Enemy secure. In contact.
What we want is over yonder.
Got orders, boys. Follow me.
Assault half-tracks will lead our boys to the front.
Orders just came in.
Hey, tiptoe! Enemy contact!
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Jump to it, boys. All in. Up to it. Secure that position.
Engineers looking for trouble.
You men.
The victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Get on! Enemy point needs to be neutralized!
Beginning research. Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
Take that territory. Make them pay for it.
Sector lost. No contact.
Pull back! Go, go, go! One out. Moving to secure position. Rifle squad, keep that formation tight.
Research completed, Commander.
Once we capture that, let's go, boys!
We're ready to go, sir! Scouts, head to location! Oh, fuck!
Allocating.
I'm hit, man! Got us pinned down over here! He's dead! Let's go, boys! It's done, Commander! Fire and move! Keep that farm going! Liberated the objective!
Enemy has 300 points remaining.
We're all here heading to new coordinates.
Get those guns ready. Orders just came in. We're locked and loaded.
Gotta get to that point.
Rounds ours.
Go.
We're on it. Getting to work.
Hey, you got a job for us?
It's done, sir.
Losing the territory point. Enemy
Nice.
contact.
It's a free MG. Oh! Yo, what was that damage? Dude, what the fuck was that nade damage? Bro, that did like 80 damage. It was right on top of him. What the fuck, dude? Dude, there's no damage reduction for grenades in this game. Like in Code 2, there would be damage reduction if you threw a grenade over green cover. That was super weird. I don't think that's Nagano, dude. But I don't know. I also kind of do. Maybe not. I feel like Nagano's better than that player. Alright, we're gonna do a quick, I have to make a call shortly. I'll put on a video during that time, but let's do a quick, like, spectate. That's crazy. Average elo of 1700 in 4v4s. This is probably good though. Oh, shit.
Digging out the section command post.
Alright, what are we doing here? Got Scotch and Ray against Heartless Jaeger and Von Mint. This guy's already locked on stealth MGs. This guy's got Panzer Jaeger command.
We're ready.
This has the potential to be rough for allies if they can't get a strong mid-game advantage. Because as soon as the Stuka comes out, especially combined with like tank Overwatch, what? This guy went for... I mean, dude, the roadblocks are cool, but like the mines are just infinitely better. The mines are just like dramatically better. Interesting that Ray is prioritizing the munitions point. I guess if you want an early flamer, that's a good call. I kind of like this layout, actually. This is pretty good. Although they are leaving their +5, which I think is a mistake. Like, I honestly think in the early game, if you run into the Wehrmacht opponent on this part of the map, the best thing that you can do is walk away, back capture the territory, and then position to go up the middle for the cutoff. Because the last thing you want to do against the Wehrmacht player is run into them when they've got basically more units. Looks like Ray went for armored, which I find kind of questionable. This is losing hard. Why is the audio so high-pitched? Is the audio high-pitched, or is it just me?
Heavy machine gun and crew are ready for orders.
Vickers. Okay. This is losing. This engagement is losing big time. He needs to, like, I've been learning this with US, dude. Like, you cannot go in unless you have critical mass. Because he's gonna get roasted here. He's got no heals in base. And then when he finally gears up for an attack, yeah, he's just getting absolutely freaking creamed. Of some helium. Can appreciate these fortifications though. Well, that's a dicey spot.
The boss held all victory points. Act now.
Oh my god, did he lose his Jeep too? He did. He's so screwed, man. He is completely cooked. He needs to get an engineer out and then go get a mortar pit. Oh my god.
The enemy has claimed a sector.
Kind of nice that he got around with this rifleman. But dude, he is getting absolutely cooked right now, like.
A new infantry section is ready for battle.
And I relate to this. But yeah, I'm learning, man. Like, you cannot go in with US early on, especially on this map, unless you have critical mass. The best thing that you can do is camp green cover, wait till you get like your third rifle out, and then get a good engagement with like flares and smoke. Because otherwise you're just gonna get freaking like, yeah, like you're just gonna bleed. Here, yeah, look at, I was gonna say, where's the KD? I think this is right. Hold on.
Resource caches will yield a surplus, Commander. We should construct them in the field.
This is Scotch. Dude, he's got 0 kills.
Sector lost, Commander.
Let's look at the damage. It's just suffering, dude. Oh my gosh.
We're losing a victory point.
Manpower loss. Oof. 0. 550 to 0, dude. Brutal. Nice. Yeah, 250 kill. That's big. You really can't fuck around with the 250 early on. Oh my god. This is such a shit engagement. He's doing the right thing now, though. He needs to prioritize the middle. Oh, he killed a pile. That's decent. Having this wired off is no joke. Yeah, these fortifications are decent, but I still think the mines are better.
We've lost a sector.
Okay, he actually built a mortar. No, he built another Jeep. Then he dropped a mortar. Probably so he can go for the commander. Oh, he's already got it. There you go. Yeah, this is the commander's the secret to managing these machine guns. You can't do. Allies doesn't have anything else to deal with them. This is a good call by Scotch to bring his light vehicles over to the other side where he knows the machine guns are. And the DAC troops are not. He also just saw the Grens retreat to base, so. Oh, he's trying to crush this, but you can't with light vehicles. Doesn't work. I don't even, can these be cut down? Does anybody know? Can you just cut these down with the wire cutter package? No. You can't. Okay, that's actually pretty strong. So what they need is like a mortar or a pack to dismantle these. That's pretty strong for the early game. What did they just kill? One of the PGs? Rifleman swinging out to the other side. He's got the Jeep commanders, so he's okay.
You have 3 command points available. Commander Paradrops have the green light.
Nice. This is actually huge. This is actually so good by Scotch. Getting this super. This is not a very contested point either, on either side. So if you have a strong early game, getting one of these caches down is going to pay dividends. Rifleman's still fighting. Where's he going? He's finally getting... He's getting a nice 10-minute infantry support center. What do we got here? Heals. A second Humber. Did Scotch go for armor? No. I am kind of concerned about this double Humber play. This seems like an overinvestment. Oh, pick up the machine gun. That would be big. The Jaegers too, potentially. As long as he doesn't run into this Gren. Okay, Jaeger's out. Jaeger decrewed the mortar. Dak is coping right now. Dude, actually though, like, Ray's getting carried so fucking hard this game. How many rifles does he have now? He's only got 3. He stole the machine gun, which is great.
A victory point is being overrun.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Victory point under enemy control.
I think he's safe though. I don't think he can finish it off with anything here. Dak is back in the game. Von Manteuffel is tired of being 2v1. Ooh, very close. Does Scotch have light vehicle training? No. But yeah, he's coping right now. Is he gonna go for tier 2.5 maybe? No, but he's gone for officer quarters. They're pretty fuel starved now. But it's gonna be dangerous if... Oh, look, he's getting another cache. Dude, like, if Ray goes bars and then doubles up, man, he's gonna be cooking. Like, he's gonna be completely fine.
The enemy has pushed us back from us.
Scotch just stockpiling munitions for the late game. Probably planting some mines everywhere. Yeah. There we go. He's taking down this one now. Oh. Oh. Where's this Panzerjäger? I feel like you should keep the Panzerjäger like near in a radius kind of around the AT gun so that, you know, you're fighting against a Humber, right? So if you land both, you're killing. A-Move Gaming. He's probably gonna go for a second brand on this section. This is a good call. Still nothing to take out this wire, which is nuts.
The beggars are threatening a capture point.
But yeah, man, look at this. Ray and Scotch are just like double teaming them on each side. Axe is having a hard time rotating into it. Oh, I was gonna say, that's a bit dicey. There's the bar tick. He's gonna go double bars now, yep. He's gone for War Machine, but I don't think he's got a tech structure for vehicles yet. Nope, yet.
Jerry's not giving up without a fight. We're down to
I imagine he'll go for easy 8s eventually. Oh my god, look at this double machine gun. I just retreat that. Light vehicle swarm. Still kicking for Scotch here. Some good mines going down. Jeep Commander spotting out for everybody. Love this. Good machine gun. Engineer with the big flank. Axis really needs some indirect right now. Would I like to see like mortar half tracks from the Dak player, but he did. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say he did lose his first 250, so that's gonna be a problem. Warble Wind is finally out. Oh my gosh, this is super late. But the Allies actually don't have anything for this right now, so if you can make some space, ooh, that's a really good mine. I think it's gonna get spotted though. Yep. The stolen MG42 is just causing so many problems. Honestly, Von Manteuffel or Heartless Jaeger probably needed to rebuild this. Order out of sight. Look at Scotch, dude. Look how much he's floating. This guy is a maniac. Could go for a Matilda would be really good here. Only real threat to the Matilda right now is the pack 38. Spending the munitions. Dude, look at this. Plus 80 per minute. That's nuts. Back-teching to Weapon Support Center. Maybe Ray's gonna lean into the half tracks. Did he go for Captain or for WSC? He went Infantry Support Center. He's got the Captain. There it is.
victory point belongs to the enemy.
Yeah, more Bren guns for Scotch. This is great. Dude, he's just going to shred the infantry with this blob. And he did go for the Matilda, which was, I think, the right call here. Ray's going to go into GMCs, probably, with target weak point in response to the Werble. But his infantry is going to be cooking. Like, he should have... Does he not have double bars on... I don't know why he's not getting double bars on all his rifles. Oh, it's just this one he's missing. He's going for another rifle. I actually think this is a good call, too. Just lean more into the rifles. This Bren blob is going to be terrifying. But good potential push here. We also have a 6-pounder coming in from Scotch. Ray's going to get run over by this because he doesn't have his GMC yet. He's going to lose that machine gun. There's no way he keeps that. Yeah. Nice big push in here from Scotch. This Bren blob, like I said, as long as he keeps the Bren blob in basically behind the Matilda, he's just going to roast anything he gets close enough to. Wow, Ray actually recovered the machine gun. That's impressive. GMC coming in. Oh, he hit the wire. He might get snared here. Oh, no, he didn't get the snare off. So he's probably going to lose the Werble too. Yeah, oh, that's brutal. Heartless Jaeger is fucking... He's coping right now. That's so bad. I think this is over. Yeah, this is done. This is cooked. Wow, big comeback. Honestly, Scotch carried that early game so incredibly hard. Look at all these munition points too. He's just freaking... He's just supply surplusing everything. Yeah, there we go. Wow, GG. That was actually perfect timing too, because I gotta make my call. Wow. Yeah, Axis had a really commanding lead in the early game. Like, Heartless Jaeger was just crushing. And look at the ending losses. Heartless Jaeger was crushing Ray, and then as soon as they pivoted sides and double teamed the DAC player, they really like pushed him off, and then they both came back to the right side of the map, applied a shitload of pressure to the Wehrmacht player, and then by that point they were both so behind, and then meanwhile Scotch had been stacking up those caches on top of every munitions point, just like giving them the Bren guns, the extra bars, the grenades, all that firepower. Like, yeah, they're cooked. Yo, good game, Ray. We were just watching your game. Dude, you had a rough opener. Oh man, that was brutal. That was a really rough moderated tournament. I've done casting for the tournament before. Dude, your early game was dog shit. Come on, man, be honest. It's USF. I think if you had just gone up the middle, you would have been good. What is this?
You pathetic little fucking retard! How could you defeat me? I am the Great Orange Pest Tournament winner!
Okay. I'm gonna put on a video. That was weird. And I'll be back shortly. My boy Zulu. We'll bring up tournament view here. Zulu streams as well. He's an exceptional player, I think, like easily top 5 at his peak. He doesn't play as much as some of us. Anyway, so he is playing the Australian battle group. In this game, I wanted to showcase the heavy weapon battle group. I've had lots of games with this battle group, and I've been kind of back and forth about like how best to use it, especially in the context of team games. As you guys know, I don't play a lot of like bigger team games, but I feel like this showcases really one of the optimal ways to use it starting with a rifle-based composition, which I prefer. I have more fun playing with riflemen than I do with the team weapons and going weapon support center, although I do think like weapon support center can be a bit stronger in many cases. So I'm showcasing here my typical go-to build right now for team games with in 2v2s while using the heavy weapon battle group. I'll talk through all my teching decisions. And with that, let's get into the actual game itself. So we're playing against two opponents that are pre-made as well. Pretty high rank. I think they're between like 35 and 25 or something like that. And this is a slugfest map, which typically slugfest maps favor Axis because they force you to slow down, they stretch the game out, it takes a long time, and usually like a lot of Axis units will outscale, especially with the update and many of the changes to the different vehicles. But anyway, so this build, I'm starting with a Jeep. This is very typical for me in team games. I've talked about it a lot. The early pressure on the Jeep is fantastic, and one of the things that I really like to do with the Jeep is go for early resupply platform, which gives you access to droppable mortars and machine guns, which we're going to use later on. But the pressure it provides, I want to talk about like how specifically to use the Jeep, especially in combination with the rifleman. So what you want to be doing is like a big part of the value of the Jeep is absorbing damage, because it's going to get a lot of deflections, and so a lot of the shots that your opponent takes are either going to deal like a little bit of health damage to the Jeep, or they're going to do no damage at all. That's like best case scenario. And what you want to do is you want to lead with the Jeep in any instance that you're planning to be aggressive, so that you absorb the opening blows and shots from your opponent, and that creates a window of opportunity for you to close the gap while they basically cycle the bolt on many of their bolt action rifles. But basically, like, you're initiating the cooldown of the between shots of your opponent's units, and that window is what allows you to get in and close the gap. And if you're really aggressive with the Jeep, like, you can get up in their face, and then the rifleman comes in behind. Hopefully the rifleman takes very little damage, and then the Jeep can back up and repair or get to safety or whatever, and then the riflemen are in an optimal position to continue the engagement. So I've noticed in this case, like, because they're very, very concentrated, they've got both players working for our fuel, I'm going to focus on cutting them off so that even if they manage to connect both, then we're not going to be on an uneven playing ground in terms of the fuel income. Zulu was able to force away the 250 between the Aussie squad and the sapper that he had. We've noticed that one of our opponents has gone for the coastal battle group. Second battle group has yet to be seen. I am maintaining the cutoff here, as you can see. Keeping these fuels disconnected from our opponent. Their fuel income is pretty terrible, and so we're just looking to make sure that continues. Jeep here I'm using to get in position to force the Pioneer out of the house. I've made sure to move the Jeep on an angle so that it's not being, it's not accessible by any of the windows, and it's just going to continuously deal damage to the squad. And meanwhile, I'm going to get these riflemen into position to continue covering this point, as well as potentially setting up for the kill on this Pioneer squad. So we're swinging these squads over, bringing the scout down south here, maintaining the pressure here on the cutoff, closing the gap. Again, staying in strong position here, getting on the retreat path with the rifleman, following up with the Jeep. I'm going to pull away from the cutoff here as he's got quite a few units here at this point. Getting some great hits on this squad. We managed to pick off his Pioneer, so that's a big win for us. We've already got grenades. So we're ready to cycle into the 250, but it's got an MG34 to cover, so well done. Now that I've got my 3 rifles, I'm going to be thinking about a couple things. So I want to talk about why I went for Engineer at this specific point. Normally, especially if I'm playing against a Burmach opponent, I'm going to go for a mortar. The reason I'm going for an Engineer is because on this map specifically,
there are a handful of really strong positions to place a mortar pit, which is going to cost me less overall and allow me to also get my engineer at the same time. For about the same, like I'm going to pay a little extra munitions, which is fine because I have the munition income. But rather than building a mortar, I'm going to buy an engineer and then I'm going to build a pit, which is in total 280 manpower versus a mortar, which is 260. This is going to allow me to maintain my tempo, get access to an engineer and a sweeper, which I'm definitely going to need because I know that this opponent has what is it called? Heavy weapons, Panzerjäger Command, battle group, which has the devastating S mines. I'll highlight those in a future video. And the Regal mines as well. So I need to make sure that I have a sweeper because I know this is potentially in play. And I also know that my opponent has Coastal Battle Group, which, you know, they can plant lots and lots of cheap mines. So I want to be ready for that as well. This is going to help me build more tempo. Zulu's actually gone for the field infirmary. Normally, I would say that the US player is the one that wants to go for the medical because you get access to the tent, which gives you the free reinforcements. But I'm just going to take advantage of the tempo that Zulu's afforded me by going for early medical.
Sector's been overrun. It's theirs
Swinging
now.
outside here, the machine gun arc with the Jeep. Applying the extra pressure there. Going to start plopping up my mortar pit with the engineer. Get my rifleman back on the field here. Pull that scout away before he dies, hopefully.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
It's going for an assault grenadier, interestingly. Now, this map, I want to talk specifically about this map. This is a constant flow of battle between the edges of the map for the fuels and the center for the cutoff. And you can see here, every time that I see wherever he is, I'm going in the opposite place. Because I want to get the strong position, I want to hunker down and deny access to resources. It's much harder to push into a position than to just be in a strong one already. And so in this case, you know, rather than force my way back down south, I decided to go for the cutoff here and retain control of that fuel income. Looks like our DAC opponent has gone for 2 assault grenadiers, which we have not seen yet, so we'll talk about how to deal with those. I'm dropping down to 1919. Now, the reason I did this, and you can see I also went for the 50 cal upgrade first. This is actually a mistake, but I'll come back to that. Drop the 50 cal because I'm not planning on going for weapons support center yet. With this specific build, you guys will notice I actually went for mechanized support center instead of infantry support center. I have been preferring this in recent games for a couple reasons. Number one, improvised armor is an exceptional upgrade for American vehicles across the board. It reduces the incoming damage of anti-tank weapons that are handheld by 25%. I've seen a lot of like Jaegers, Panzerschreck Jaegers, Panzerjägers from the DAC battle, the new DAC battle group with the Panzerschreck. Lots of Shreks on the field, basically. Shreks and AT rifles. And this provides excellent protection against those weapons. And it also, which I'll touch on later, this improvised armor affects every American vehicle. And that includes, you guessed it, the Pershing. The Pershing is already an exceptional duelist tank, and this just takes it to the next level. Between the increased armor and the resistance to handheld anti-tank weapons, this thing becomes an absolute beast at dealing with pretty much any threat. And that is including the Tiger. Like, this thing can easily go toe-to-toe with the Tiger. It already could, but with improvised armor, it's that much better. Because of the extra protection that is afforded and the occasional bounce that you can get. Because this takes the frontal... I'll talk about it when we get to it. But it takes the frontal armor of the Pershing from 300 to 360. So Zulu's doing a great job keep turning off those swarms of coastals. And this guy was ferociously applying pressure to our fuel cutoff as well all game long. But Zulu was just doing an exceptional job keeping him at bay. I'm trying to continue to apply pressure to the south side fuel
Contested.
and the cutoff as well, just trying to deny their income as much as possible. You can see, like, both of our fuel incomes aren't great right now, and we're just looking to keep it that way as much as we can. Oh my gosh. He's roasting me there with the assault grenadiers.
We can deploy a forward repair station when needed, Commander.
Also, again, another nice thing about MSC is access to the forward repair station. It makes it really easy for me and Zulu to pull back, like, his dingo that he had. I think he lost it. As well as my Jeep. For repairs throughout the game. And the repair station actually got a little bit of a buff. It's actually healing, or it's repairing a little bit faster now than it was last patch. It repairs about as fast as an engineer, which is great. So, yeah, lots of great value coming out of MSC this patch. You see the 1919 covering the middle there, suppressing.
Assault half-tracks will lead our boys to the front.
I'm a big fan of Greyhound this patch. The Top Gun is excellent. Motor pool is awesome. Top Gun is excellent. Motor pool is awesome across the on the field, thankfully. I'm going to be able to start bullying these assault grenadiers with it.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Oh no, terrible retreat path.
Lost the weapon crew.
Okay, going to use the Greyhound here to protect the 1919. I'm jumping the engineer into the building to protect them from the assault friends and make my way back to the 1919, which I picked up. There we go.
Captured a victory point.
And we can see he's got the Panzerjäger squad out here.
The enemy is stealing our munitions point.
Forced him out. Mortars helping out here as well. Scout commander giving us vision of these. Okay, let's just continue this fighting here. Assault grenadier grenades. Going into the building again. Covered here by the Greyhound. Riflemen coming in to support. Probably going to replace the rifleman at some point. Also going to think about back-teching at this point to Weapon Support Center to build another machine gun. At this point, I'm not getting enough munitions income to drop one, and I need to start upgrading this machine gun to a 50 cal because it's going to give me the extra suppression and damage that I need to deal with these assault grenadier swarms from the DAC player. Pushing my way in here to the south.
No contact.
So I'm going to be thinking about, again, probably also an AT gun. Oh, there we go. Weapon Support Center's going up. Yep, building an AT gun here because we're anticipating the potential of a Tier 1, a Tier 1.5 vehicle from the DAC player. Wehrmacht is also possible, but something tells me, based on what we're seeing from him right now, that he's not going to play with the man. This guy was absolutely ferocious with like defenses and freaking. Yeah, he doesn't see. He doesn't see. Identified the second Jaeger here, so I'm going to be thinking about investing in my improvised armor pretty soon. Because that's going to protect me from these Panzerjäger anti-tank rifles and reduce some of the damage. They're doing a good job of pressuring, and again, what are we doing? We are where they're not, right? And in this case, he's pushed me off the plus 10 fuel, so I'm going straight for his cutoff. And this is why, especially on crossing in the woods, generally, like when your units are leaving the base, you want to start moving towards the center, and then decide, am I going to pivot out towards the flank and fuel? Am I going to go help my teammate, or am I going to go up the middle?
We have a surplus of command points.
Deliberately staying out of cover here, because I know his mortar half-track is in range. Actually lost my scout.
Lost the territory sector.
Rip coastal officer artillery. Zula's going to be leaning into those bishops to protect us from the coastal swarm. Moving my M1 up here up a little to protect. Oh, I tried to reposition my MG. I ended up doing so in the smoke that I was in.
Falling into enemy hands.
Oh, that's so lucky. Smoke protected us, thankfully. Greyhound in here to support the retreat as well.
By the way, this is part of the reason I love Zulu. Look at his units. He's all over the place. He's helping me. He's in the middle. He's covering the freaking cutoff. This guy's such a great team player.
HMG team deployed.
I hope all of you find teammates like Zulu wherever you are.
Those guns ready.
Gonna go for another 50 cal. Eventually, 50 cal. This is a 30 cal for now. Do I have my improvised armor yet? Not yet. Gonna go for that pretty soon as well. Right now, we're focusing on trying to tear down this medical bunker. I've called on Zulu and said, hey, like, I think we can push in here with our infantry. Let's see who's pushing in here as well. Calling the barrage, we're continuing to hit it with the AT guns. Oh my god, look at our teams. There we go. We managed to just pick it up with mission. That's a good win for us. Not substantial, it's, you know, he's gonna put up another bunker like any second now. But, so, I want to pause here, because I want to call out something. So, we've identified, like, this guy is locked in here. He is hunkered the F down. So, what we're going to do as a team, and we discussed this around this time, Zulu's going to continue to lean into the bishops and just barrage the shit out of this guy. Continuing to defend our cutoff, maintain control of the +10 fuel, but it's my responsibility to apply extra pressure to this side of the map and capture this +10 fuel, because eventually this guy, like a virus, he's just going to spread his way up here. He's gonna get his grubby little claws on this fuel, and so I need to really prioritize and focus, like, getting this income for us, because if we don't, it's just a matter of time before he starts to work his way around towards this +10, and Zulu's not gonna be able to hold him. So he's just gonna deter as much as possible with his bishops, and we're both gonna play center so that they can't dive the bishops, but that is like the essential strategy here. So I'm going to need to start pivoting. I need to play better with my Greyhound around the outside of the map here. And that's the way that we're going to stay competitive in this game. Because otherwise, if I don't, you know, garner control of this +10 fuel, they're going to out-tempo us, and then they're going to get to late aim armor and then get killed. So I know his Jaeger's here, so I'm going to get really aggressive with the Greyhound. I'm actually missing my skirt at this point. That was a mistake.
Pushed us off the sector.
I should have got it sooner. I'm going to swing back over here to force off the rest of what's left of the machine gun. And then push into the Jaegers here with the rifles. Machine gun is going to cover the return position from the back player. Because I'm expecting he's going to come back. There, I was going to say, he's going to come back with his assault rifle.
We've lost a territory sector.
Okay.
We've lost control of a
Another
sector.
bishop for Zulu. Again, doing a good job holding the middle here. God, that coastal artillery is really something I should have thought about at this point was, rather than the second AT gun, is probably getting one of my M3s. And actually for nothing else other than providing a forward medical structure for Zulu. Because while, you know, this opponent has some forward healing, he's got a command bunker somewhere, he's got a medical bunker, we need forward healing so that we can maintain control and pressure of this area.
Victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Just saving my ass here. God bless Zulu.
Anti-tank team on the field.
Got a second AT gun on the field. We're going to try to use this to apply extra pressure to these bunkers and start tearing them down. And I'm also a little bit afraid that Doc's going to go for some sort of tier 4 vehicle. I'm actually not sure why he didn't at this point. Let's see what he's got. He's got his tier 4. He doesn't have armor but yeah, he could have a tank on the field like around this time. 15 minutes is a good time to have double AT guns, because that's kind of when you can expect to have an opponent that's got have medium vehicle, I should say, on the field. And so this is a great time to get your double AT guns available, so you don't get steamrolled by whatever first vehicle your opponent gets on the field.
Riflemen are ready.
Do we have our improvised armor yet? Nope. Still super slow on that. But again, can't understate the value of this, especially when you're playing against like a heavy Panzer Jaeger build. It's just gonna make your Greyhound super, super beefy.
about 5 command points available.
I also want to call out here, this Raider passive is like super strong. The alternative Vet 1 ability for the Greyhound, the canister shot, is pretty good. Although I feel like more often than not, I end up losing the Greyhound by overcommitting to trying to kill something with canister shot, rather than just using the Raider passive. This thing decaps points like super fast, like faster than I think most infantry. And so you can see here, I'm actually taking advantage of the opportunity to come in here and cut off this fuel and this plus 16 munitions just by using the Raider passive on my Raider. And this is another great way to apply like a ton of pressure to, especially in a 1v1 context. You know, getting this on top of your opponent's fuel or getting it on top of your cutoff, like super good. Oh my god, he almost sniped me in one shot with those Panzer Raiders. But we did manage to get away. And I think it was around this time that I was like, oh, I don't have skirts and I don't have improvised armor. Better get on that. While this is going on, and our DAC opponent is committing to the center strategic point, I want you guys to look at the map, actually, and think about, like, if you're in our position, me and Zulu, because we're discussing this, if you're in our position, where do we think the Axis players are going? What do we think the Axis players are going to do next? What would be like the next move for them? Because anticipation is a massive part of being a competitive player in this game. And so you think about, okay, this DAC player, he's about to recapture his cutoff, right? That's going to reconnect his plus 16, his plus 5. Plus 10 is neutral right now up here, which means each player is going to do what, right? Well, we know the Wehrmacht player, he's not going to do anything different, dude. Like, he's just building the fuck up. Like, he's just, you know, look at tank traps everywhere, wire. He's been continuously assaulting the cutoff the entire game. That's not going to change. He's not going to suddenly become super aggressive with his coastals. He's not going to come dive me over here with his coastals. He's, you know, maybe he's going to, again, continue to creep his way up here to the plus 10. But we have a rare opportunity at this specific moment. And the reason is the DAC player is going to capture this cutoff. And then in his brain, he's going to go, oh, wait, I've got this cutoff, but I'm not getting 25 or 23 fuel right now. Why is that? Because I don't have this plus 10, right? So he's going to go, he's going to grab this, and then he's going to work his way over here. And in that, provides for Zulu and I an opening to collapse on this player and sandwich him, hopefully try to kill some of his bunkers. So that is the game plan. That's the next thing that we're going to do here. And I'm calling this out to Zulu. I said, hey man, listen, I've got double AT guns, I've got 3 rifles, I've got bars, I've got 250 cals. We can run in here and we can fuck this guy up. We can take this guy out of the game, potentially, if we execute well. So, you can see here, decapture's going on. I'm just going to repair the Greyhound. And all my forces are committing to pressuring, oh my god, look that way, are committed to pressuring this position with Zulu. We're going to go in together, right? So, rifleman pushing in, 50 cal covering the flank, gonna hopefully add some suppressive value here. The Bishop barrage is coming in here. I've got the airburst from my mortar coming in, and then I'm walking my AT guns in to target the most valuable bunkers first. So we're starting with the medical bunker, right? We're gonna tear this down. Rifleman staying in range through Anthony Vision. As expected, DAC player's over here, right? He's capturing these points. We're starting to see him rotate towards the middle, thankfully because he's a scout commander. That allows me to rotate my 50 cal to cover the center position so he can't push up the middle. And then we're able to destroy this medical bunker. Zulu ended up killing, I think, 1 or 2 coastal squads there. But, I mean, God, he's got like 7 repairs, right? But anyway, moral victory, we'll say that. Or morale victory. Morale victory for me is Zulu. And pretty good execution on our part. Okay, so now, nope, still don't have the improvised armor. We will get there eventually. Nope, not repairs. Improvised armor, there we go. There we go, that's what we've been waiting for. We will get the rapid repairs eventually, but not yet. taking advantage of my repair station here while my engineer was retreating to base. 50 cal covering this sector here, but the coastal barrage is terrifying, and then we're going to pivot our attention back over to the plus 10. Again, you know, we're playing this constant tug of war back and forth with the DAC player, trying to keep him moving. And DAC can do this too, right? They're a heavily mechanized force. They want to be mobile. They want to pick you apart, similar to how USF plays. And so that's what we're focusing on here. There we go. I've ID'd Panzerjägers here. I'm going to quickly skirt the Greyhound away from those, move my way over to the Assault Grenadiers, and he recognizes, yeah, I'm not going to be able to win this fight. I'm going to lose, so he's going to run away.
Sector gone. We must take it back.
Again, I should have done this earlier. Half-track is going to come out eventually, but not yet. And we're actually going to convert it into a medical half-track to provide us extra frontline pressure here.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
I was going for the cheeky shot on the half-tracks here because he was pushed way, way up. My mistake was that I should not have fired I should have waited for this one to set up before getting ready to fire. The easiest way to do that is to just have them set up on hold fire mode. And that way when you right click, you can get both shots coming in at the same time. Because unfortunately what happens here as a result, I actually managed to hit both of the vehicles because they're stacked on top of each other with the first AT gun. If the second shot were to come in, then I would have been able to probably pick off both of these, which would have been a huge win for us in killing their indirect fire. But unfortunately, I was a little bit late, and this one set up first, so I didn't quite catch that. Using the Humber for the Greyhound here for the decap, Rifleman's going to finish the capture, Greyhound's going to come back to continue the pressure of his Pioneer that's way too close. Oh, this should die, right? Ooh, Jaegers. But see, okay, I want to highlight, dude. Look, improvised armor plus skirts. That volley from both Jaegers that were in stealth was only, what is that? 160 damage. That's like nothing. That's like chicken scratch, man. I can take 3 volleys of double Jaegers because of improvised armor. So that's the power of that. And part of the reason I wanted to start using it, especially in team games. Makes your motor pool vehicles much more difficult to kill. And again, remember, the damage resistance applies to Panzerschrecks too. So if you're fighting like a Wehrmacht opponent, it's going really heavy on Jaegers. Improvised armor is a great choice. Okay, look at Zulu, man, 3 bishops. And he's just constant in the onslaught on this guy. He knows his positions, he's just creating, he's turning this place into the moon. Continue to apply pressure. Tried to steal an MG-34 there, but the ISG combined with some of the artillery and then the grenades, he was able to get it back. Not a huge loss for us, but we've got a really healthy economy right now. Duke is coming in. Oh, it's on my... Very lucky, actually, it didn't hit our bishops. Zulu! Oh my god. Zulu returned fire on the Stuka with the bishop and killed it. Is that 1 hit? That was insane. Anyway, I remember him calling it, I killed the Stuka, and I was like, well, that's great. Huge win for us. I have to guess that it's because the DAC player did not have any vehicle upgrades. Is that right? Yeah, that's why.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
So I think he got one-tapped by the bishop. That's actually crazy. Anyway, that creates a huge amount of space for me and Zulu that we really have to take advantage of here. So I'm gonna be pretty soon. I'm gonna be going for the half track. And I was thinking about tier 4 at this point, but recognizing I'm pretty close to the Pershing. If I can just speed up my CP game by more casualties, more kills, then I should be able to get to the Pershing before my tier 4 is needed. pretty comfortable like taking these trades with the Jaegers. Because I'm bleeding him a little bit of manpower. I'm not really under threat of dying just from the Jaegers themselves.
Sector's been overrun. There's now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I ended up going for rapid repairs too. Because I know I'm not gonna go for tier 4, but I want to spend my fuel. And extra repairs are always good. It also allows me to reposition my repair station if I want to. So it's another useful thing I can buy time with. And you can do this build with ISC also. You know, you can get some infantry support center upgrades in the meantime while you're waiting for your Pershing if you don't want to go MSC. Again, we're going to continue to apply pressure and plus 10 fuel in here. Rifleman lead, Scout Commander, Greyhound. By the way, this is so sad. This guy uses the airstrike to try to kill the Vet 1 Jeep with the Scout Commander. But look what happens.
It's on, boys!
2 strafes from the Stuka wasn't enough for the Scout Commander, baby. What a beast. What is he? He's got that. So that barrage did 100 and what is that? 140 HP, 70 damage per volley. God, these things are pathetic. I think Relic definitely over-nerfed these. They need some help. Relic, please help. Anyway, the Jeep survives. We're getting back to the repair station. Engineers and the other team is happy to repair them there. Using Raider to decap the fuel point. Rifleman to do the capturing. Being very careful to stay out of the vision of the DAC planes, the loiter. By the way, this is like a huge blunder from the DAC player going to the loiter. Super useless. Okay. Good hits in there. Assuming he salvaged this. Nope, he didn't salvage it. I'm not sure what the DAC player is doing in that battle. That's a mistake. But anyway, continued pressure here from the Coastal Squad. They're, you know, Zulu is just sending them to the moon with his bishops. Wow, big hit it. Big shot. Okay, as for upgrades, still kind of sitting on the same. Getting pretty close to our 10 CPs needed for the Pershing. Greyhound here, happy to take this trade. Take 2. Just go back away there and keep safe. Rifleman decapturing this.
A victory point is under attack.
Sector.
Must act.
Man, it's so much indirect. It was, felt like our infantry was constantly being cheated away.
Victory point now under enemy control.
I actually made a mistake here. So what I should have done was just built this straight from motor pool. I don't know why I built it from here. And then I went for the quad, which I didn't need. I really wanted the medical conversion, which I'm waiting for right now. So minor mistake on my part, but we have rectified it. And we've also got here Zulu's pulling out his archer. Three bishop column into archer. We're anticipating maybe a tiger or some heavier armor from the DAC player at this point, because we both know that we haven't seen anything from him but more half-tracks. So honestly, we thought their fuel income was better, and we thought that he would be closer to a tiger at this point, but it's not the case.
One of our sectors is now in enemy hands.
Alright. So again, continue to protect the cutoff. Units are always starting by moving towards the center, and then we're deciding whether we're the left, right, or up the middle. In this case, I'm trying to apply some pressure. I'm also getting vision for Zulu, so he can use his bishop barrages.
Enemy won't let up. We're down to 250 points.
50% HP on this officer. We also baited out the barrage from the bunker. Bunker barrage. 50 cal in a good position to defend both the cutoff here and the lead.
Think they know we're here? Keep on, boys!
Going on repairing. Coastal barrage coming in. That's pretty soon.
You men, get ready!
50 cal covering the middle. Again, I'm continuing to prioritize the left side to try to pull these guys apart and create a window of opportunity for us to either jump down the middle or isolate the purple player.
Down to 200 points.
And that's what you want to be doing in all your team games, right? Any way that you can pull apart your opponents and then pounce on one of them to try to take them out of the game, that is how you quickly win 2v2 games. And it happens to me all the time by good teams. That is really the secret. And I think it's true of 4v4 games too. It's a little harder to execute in 4v4 games because there's less space on the maps. Oh my god, that is so good.
One of riflemen at the front.
Good force in the way. They're getting pretty close to the tiger here. That's what he's going for, for sure. I'm super close to the Pershing, which is really going to allow me to go from mid-game, sort of like Capiche difficulty into super
Heavy
aggressive.
M26 Pershing tanks are
And that's
available
what
to run the enemy through.
A little bit of a aim move happening here.
The enemy is stealing our munitions
That's
point.
well played and just poorly played on my part, which And then we're gonna go all out here. The reason why is I called for Zulu to bring his bishops to barrage his position, and I said, "Hey, listen, I got my Pershing out. I'm ready to go in." He managed to decrew a machine gun, and it really damaged one of the packs. So now I'm just going to capitalize on the retreat that he just did and go hunting for this AT gun. Because if I can pick off the AT gun, he's got very, very little to keep my armor back. There we go. So we found this AT gun. We're going to go in here for the kill, close in for the kill, destroy the AT gun.
Sector lost. No contact.
Meanwhile... yeah, that's right. I accidentally upgraded this to the assault carrier version instead of the medical good version. But finally, we're getting the medical conversion. There we go. Alright. I'm asleep at the wheel. I think we're just fatigued at this point. And discussing, okay, what do we do next? Again, start with denying the cutoff, because that's going to allow us to come together. And then I'm going to pull apart back towards this plus 10 on this side. It's like coastals. Yeah, let me get the coastals and a bombard. Focusing on securing the middle. Kind of at a loss at like how to penetrate this side. Kind of imagining that he's probably got a whole bunch of AT bunkers set up around here. Wait a minute, does this thing repair bunkers? Am I about to learn something?
Our enemy has the advantage. We must stop them.
Vehicles, buildings, and emplacements are repaired. Damn, that's really strong. Cool. Today I
We
learned.
have the upper hand. Keep pushing.
Uh-oh. Archer's in trouble.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
A little too excited there. Yeah, we're kind of probing here, looking for opportunities to, like, try to pinch this guy, but just not really seeing it there, and I'm a little afraid of mines extending over to this side, so we end up coming back. A little bit of indecision on our part, but it happens to everybody. I was going to upgrade this to a 30 cal bunker,
Victory
but
point has fallen into enemy control.
distracted. Lots of AC guns pounding the tiger in the middle. I don't have the Vet 1 on my Pershing yet, but when I do, man, I can get super aggressive with this thing on the tiger. You guys will see it.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
this near our AT guns is going to be pretty integral to being able to keep the AT guns healthy with all the indirect fire they have, which is why we went for this. And the nice thing is, if I ever see a loiter, I can do a quick swap of this thing to the quad map. It only takes 8 seconds to convert. That's going to allow me to get some veterancy, which would be really nice on the medical half track. And then I can always use and convert for the GNC a little bit later too. Tiger. Got one stun there from Zulu. Again, just having a really hard time, like, squeezing our way into the center VP, into this side. Trying to get the purple player off the map is just an absolute mission.
Capture point is being overrun.
But once we find an opportunity to get on top of this tiger and take it out, then we can be super, super aggressive. So that is the game plan. That is the game plan here. Alright, so we're setting up on the left-hand side. 50 cals are available, so that's going to be able to keep this infantry away. And we're going to be looking for an opportunity to pick off the tiger now that I have the
Enemy movement on victory point.
Just so you guys know, the 2-bet-1 options at the Pershing are connected to the Precision Strike, or the HVAP shot. The Precision Strike version, I think, is just infinitely better. It's a stun. It's basically a stun that lasts 5 seconds, and is perfect for dueling vehicles. It can also still be fired through walls, and it can also be queued up while you're on the move. So what that means is, like, it's the perfect choice for dueling the tiger, because the difference between stunning the tiger, maybe getting an extra shot off or two, or disabling it and getting some backup, can be the difference between winning and losing in many instances. Oh, that's a dangerous place to be. It's a very dangerous place to be. Jaegers, man, not doing too bad against the rifle.
Where to, sir?
Support in here from Zulu. And double Vickers. It does. Yeah. Vickers keeping those orc hordes at bay from the coastal player.
Initiating research.
You see things have slowed down a little bit here for my research. I don't know. Medical half track, keeping us on the field, keeping us healthy. AT guns very staggered in position for the tiger to appear. Archer kind of in a questionable position. I think I called that out. I was like, really, your archer's facing the wrong way, dude. He's like, good call. It happens to the best of us.
Research completed, Commander.
And now we're going to look for an opportunity to pick off this tiger.
You have 3 command points
And I
available.
said, hey man, watch out for the Panzer Jaegers. Rip. Absolutely duped. So that's a big loss for us. But it's okay, he's got another one. He's got another one. But we know what Tiger is, so we're going to reposition our AT guns to try to be a little bit more aggressive. Posture for this opening here on the cutoff. Under speed should be firing a couple shots in the trees here at the assault grenades.
We are falling behind. We must push back. Enemy movement near a victory point.
And now we're at. Oh, actually, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Oh, pick off the crack with the bishops.
Victory point has fallen into enemy control.
I gotta tell you, like, killing that Stuka saved us so much trouble. I used a quick HVAP crew shock shot on the Tiger there, but I'm just backing away because I recognize the 88 in position, which is gonna get blasted into oblivion by the bishops. I have to say, like, these guys should have had a Stuka. The 88 was a mistake. This guy could have been building more AT bunkers, and if the back player had Stukas, we would have had a much more difficult time, because the Stukas are just going to clear everything that they hit. Oh, but, you know, we killed the first one, so maybe it has to do too. Hard to say.
Jesus H. Christ!
We're getting down to the wire here. We're under 100 VPs. I am thinking about going to tier 4, so you can see I'm getting my tank depot up here. Just trying to secure a little VP before we step back. Support from the archer here. Oh wow. That's 50 cal. Actually dropped myself a nice HMG bunker here. Normally I don't build these, but I'm pretty close to pop capped, and I don't actually want to build another machine gun team. So I just picked a static position that I thought would be really useful, and this is kind of nice because it covers the VP. It also covers the retreat path of units that are defending this area. So this is a great spot for an MG nest. AT guns in position, postured aggressively here for the Tiger potentially. I let Zulu know that I've unlocked the Black Dragon artillery barrage, and for obvious reasons, this is going to be a much better choice against the coastal player, because if we can get it deep with some recon, then it's going to allow us to plow through a lot of these defenses. So that's why we're holding on to that. Just a better late game choice based on where we are in the match compared to the Purple player loses another Ketrad to Zulu's Bishops, which is hilarious. Again, we identified the Tiger here on the south side, so we're just going to do a quick round of repairs, and then I'm going to look for an opportunity to pick it off, either on this side or this side. And that means I'm going to get really aggressive with my AT guns, make sure they're in position to back up the Pershing. If I can set up a stun with the HVAP, it's going to spell a dead Tiger really quick.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
Okay, so I want to call it something. You guys may or may not have caught that, but I spotted his Panzerjäger flanking around the outside of my machine gun. Just like narrowly, just for like a second there. I didn't call it out, but I don't know if you guys saw it on the mini-map, but it was about here about 3 to 5 seconds ago. I know there's only one unit, and if anything else comes, you know, I'm prepared to deal with that. I got the AT guns moving into position. I got the rifleman here. But because I know he's coming here, this is an overcommitment on his part. And I know that he's coming, so I'm sending both of my vehicles to try to pick off that unit. I'm not going to move this squad because I'm baiting it. I want him to think that I didn't notice. If I had like packed up and like got in this building or backed up or something, he probably would have moved, right? He would have gone somewhere else. But he doesn't know that I've seen him, so I'm not going to move this. Honestly, even if it was an assault grand, I would keep it here. Zooming over, and now I'm looking for him. I found him. Hey, buddy. Oh, look at that.
Point now under enemy control.
Yeah, we're gonna seal the deal on that Panzer. Drumbar sliding in here on the side. AT guns in position to protect. Trying to bait the Tiger in, but I also don't want the Brumbar to freely overextend and come in and crush us. Good shot. Wow.
Commander, we should spend our munitions.
I was looking for an opportunity to use the Black Dragon here, but you can see, I was like, it's not really good enough concentration of units here. That's okay, we're going to swing the Pershing back towards the center, we're going to plant some mines down, get AT guns in position to defend again. We're going to swing all the way back around to this side and defend our cutoff as well. Look at that arc.
Sector failed to run.
Archer Archer's in position. Bishop's getting some great hits on the AT guns. The Coastal Squad. 88's in position. I'm calling it out to Zulu. I'm saying, hey, listen. Here's the Bishop. Here's the...
Yo, sorry, nerds.
truck.
I mentioned, this is the last video where the audio will be this messed up. So... It sounds like this because I am streaming the video. You guys will have to go watch the rest on YouTube. You have to watch the end. My audio is cooked? Alright, hold on. I'm going to, let's hear. What's the audio on YouTube like right now? Let's hear. My audio is cooked? Alright, hold on. Okay, let's fix it. I'm gonna restart the stream, dude. I'm gonna restart the stream, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. That is so funny. I think it's YouTube. But I'm just gonna double check my audio settings. I'm gonna restart. I'll be 1 minute. Oh my god.